Hello everyone, I'm Sachin Chavan from Avalara engineering team. Welcome to the presentation. I'm going to present about the invoicing and the live reporting support inside D365 Business Central. A very short presentation followed by the demo. To start with, I have a very specific report which talks about the VAT and the sales tax collectively. So report is from Valentis 2024, which talks about the VAT and the VAT and the sales tax collectively account for the approximately 34% of the country's overall tax revenue, making them the most significant taxes nearly every nation, which is an interesting point. So let me take you to the next point wherein I will help you out how the Avalara is taking care of e-invoicing the live reporting. Here I will explain about how the company is taking care of handling the e-invoicing part for each transaction inside the Business Central for accounts receivable and the account payable. As a design, Avalara take care of all the invoicing related tasks like it forms the UBL JSON in 2.1 format. Also by design, it has uh, various pre-built connectors like Microsoft, SAP, Oracle as a partner. Also, we have scalable partner integrations, which helps our partner to provide the best solution. Then, as a simplification approach, we have very specific example here, wherein our IT infrastructure help us to gather the information from each ERP and then process that on our cloud-based solution to form a particular UBL transaction. Let me take you to the exactly deep dive inside the Avalara invoicing live reporting, specifically for the Dynamics 365 Business Center. As a solution, Avalara is already seamlessly integrated with our Dynamics platform. We already have a solution which talks about e-documents to be processed by Avalara with the base app available out of the box. But with the Avalara solution in place, once you take an Avalara solution, everything is seamless. Like in case of account receivables, your ERP transactions are created inside your Business Central and we forms the UBL XML format, which consists of your invoice data and the metadata, which consists of your country and the mandate which needs to be considered. Once that is received at the Avalara Cloud solution, we go for the country-specific validation. We also convert that your invoice data, the UBL format, and then send those data to the relevant connections, whether it can be PayPal or the tax authorities likewise. Once we send that data to the connection, then it processes that data and we receive back the results like whether a document was processed or not, or whether we have a particular documents attachments available. Once that is processed, we update our Business Central solution account receivable side with the status and documents attachments. Same like account receivable, we have integration on accounts payable. In this case, we have data coming from the various connections to an ERP. Once those data is received from the various connection to an ERP through Avalara, we show the transaction list and then converts those data to UBL 2.1 XML formats and then make those data available for the end user to download inside the Business Center. Once those are received, they can create their purchase invoices. Let me take to the example with the help of demo. I'm inside Business Central. We already have a configuration for invoicing and live reporting. For a demo, I already configured that data and connected to my sandbox environment. For a demo, I just create a sales invoice with the sample data. I use 10,000 as a customer. I update my references and external document number here. And then I use desk for as an example. And then 10 quantities and 1,000 unit price. Here I'm going to use a default tax engine, Avatar Atlanta, which gives me a tax amount and the base amount. If I post the transaction, which is nothing but at this stage wherein I'm creating a transaction, and my transaction is now posted. Now I can directly jump onto the posted invoice. And on the last tab, we introduce the one Avalara invoicing acknowledgement, which gives me the process ID, which is a unique ID for me. Also gives me the PayPal which I used, and I can see the status is still pending. I can manually refresh the document status, or we have a batch process going in place, which is a job queue with the help of job queue, which will update my status based on the timestamp I define. Let's do the refresh document status manually and check whether my transaction is complete or not. You can see the transaction is complete, and I can see the documents are attached to the posted invoice. Let me take it to the messages. What are the message we have? So this is the main screen, which gives the complete idea about the transaction. So document was processed, then validation was successful, and then the document is given to the recipient. Also, the PDF is generated, and it will be available soon. No errors identified. Here's how your AR is done. Account receivable. So this was my ID. There is one more screen wherein I can check my outbound invoices. So this was my outbound invoice, process ID, country mandate, and I can see my messages from this place. I can refresh, and even I can see the logs, and even I can see the attachments here. As it was processed today, let me take you to the next level wherein I just used same network IDs for company and the customer. So I'm expecting an inbound document for my account payables module. I use today's date and do the fetch document. It's processing. As Avalara is processing, it will fetch all the documents from various connection and pulls to the ERP. As it will check all the transactions in backend, it will try to create a document list or attachment list for each document. So let's see. Yes, this is a document which is created recently, and I can see there are two attachments, same like what we have seen in AR side. So I have these two documents, and now I will ask a system to create a document inside my accounts payable. As it was success, I can see that one document was created, and it's now moved to an inbound history list. Let me take you to the history page, and I will check for this. So this is my transaction. created inside my system. So let me take you to the purchase transaction. Before that, let me copy that outbound transaction details from S3, like a process ID. You can see the vendor invoice number here is 40, and this is a transaction created within my system with 10 quantities and unit price 10,000. So this is how we have completed the account receivable and account payable. So this covers my account receivable and account payable demonstration. Thank you for watching this video.